Hey guys, welcome to another bite-sized nugget. These are concepts that don't warrant a full podcast, but still need to be said. I really want to talk about downtime very quickly because I think this can't be overstated. Talked about it a little in the last few episodes about burnout, but kids need downtime. And particularly if you are working outside the home and your child is in daycare or preschool, they are listening to other people's rules all day long. So they need some more downtime. This is why, again, I'm so opposed to organized activities with kids, particularly if you both work outside the home or you're a single parent who works outside the home, because that kid needs some downtime. That kid needs to just play, to be able to make their own rules. They can help you around the house, but they definitely don't need to be in another place that is adult led, that has rules and that they have to follow. Okay. And I just find that more and more we're not paying attention to the mental health of kids. Guys, there is a wait for psychiatric care, generally speaking, around the country for about 2 years for 2 to 4 year olds. Psychiatric care for 2 to 4 year olds has a wait list. Teen suicide is up by like a crazy fucking amount. Like our kids are not doing okay. And yes, a lot of the blame goes to social media for the older kids, but with our younger kids, we're stressing them out at 3. Like they should be playing. They don't need enrichment if they've been in something formal all day long. Now, this can also go if you're a stay-at-home parent. You know, because largely speaking, our kids, our toddlers especially, hear the word no something like 250,000 times by the time they're 3, right? Like it's part and parcel. It's part of the job. No, don't do that. No, 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 right? Like, and so there are a lot of rules. There are a lot of expectations we're putting on kids all the time and not giving them enough downtime. And I think what's happening more and more because of programming, the availability of screens in any format, our kids are really losing the ability to not be able to play by themselves, to get like these huge dopamine hits elsewhere. And I think it's just really showing up. Even if you are a family who doesn't do screens at all, like if we just recognize how many expectations we're putting on toddlers and not just letting them play. And I think a lot of parents put their kids in activities because they are so afraid of, I'm bored, I'm bored. But kids get so creative. And if you provide the environment, all kids love a tinker box. Like go to Goodwill and get like old electronics. If you get your kid a toaster where you can somehow take the cord apart, then just the up and down, the springs, like there's so many fun things they can do with old electronics. Obviously not, the younger they are, watch out for the spare parts. I think that goes without saying. But scarves, string, pieces of fabric, sticks, all of these things make great baskets in your house to have your kid play with and just do this open-ended play. So I really, really encourage you to start giving your kids some more downtime, or at least looking at their day and saying, my goodness, this child has been directed everywhere they go. And then we turn around and we wonder why they're up our asses because they're so used to being directed. They have no clue how to direct themselves. And that downtime is what gives that to the kids. I noticed this when we started homeschooling. I started noticing, everybody worries about socialization with the kids, but really it's the moms who need the socialization, not the kids. But, homeschoolers mostly have a social calendar that's through the roof. And I really started to notice Pascal needed a break. I needed a break like almost every other day from all the people and the social interactions. And the older your kid gets, you've got to understand there's a social hierarchy going on in addition to academics that your kid is tracking at all times. It is a lot of work to be in a room with like 20 to 25 other kids with one adult with maybe a couple of assistants. That is a lot. That takes tracking and keeping almost like a unconscious score. Where do I stand? Who likes me? Who's being mean to me? Who do I have to avoid? Who do I want to approach? And as they get older, this is like, who's got a crush? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Who's good at sports? So there's a lot happening inside a kid's brain and their nervous system. And so I just started noticing like, wow, we need time off. And now after homeschooling, and obviously I'm not saying there's anything wrong if your kid goes to school, but I really did start to be like, oh my God, 5 days in a row with that many people. Like, that's a lot. Could you guys do that? Like, as an adult, you go to work, right? But you're not in one room with that many people at the same time. That's a lot of peopling. Like, I would lose my fucking mind if I had to go back to that, right? Like, so bear that in mind. That also counts, and that's also why kids need some downtime, okay? Um, and again, even in daycare settings, like it's not the emotional stakes aren't that high usually, as they are in school, but it's still a lot managing other kids. Yes, it's great that your kid is getting, that socialization and has people to play with and that kind of thing, especially if you have a single kid. But there's also a lot that goes into that. Okay. And there's a lot that goes into nervous system regulation and sharing and following rules. So please, 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 as best you can, allow your kid that downtime. They will get creative. They will start to learn more independent play. More importantly, though, they will have a chance to like decompress from all that chaos that naturally comes from like daycare, preschool, and then school. Okay. Downtime. It's really important for you too. And I can't preach this enough because this is what I did is and I had a single kid, single mom. I had kind of no buffer there is like helping around the house because you get to be with each other. You get to do tasks together, cooking together. You get that. You kill so many birds with one stone in doing household tasks together. All right. That's it for today. As always, I love you guys. Rock on. Have a beautiful day.